So people, it's Damien here again, and I'm just going to go over this time over the basic options screen of the Minecraft game. There you go, options is down here, so we'll go on here. The music and sound are fairly self-explanatory. Most of the things on the options system is fairly self-explanatory, but music is obviously the background music that you will get when playing Minecraft. It's quite idyllic music. I tend to keep it down because I'll be on event or whatever else, talking to people while playing. The sound is the general sound effects, so say like the sheep barring, etc. Invert mouse would be if you're left-handed, you can turn that on and use your left hand to use the mouse, and then be normal. Okay, sensitivity is how fast you turn around, just like if you're playing, say, COD or whatever. Your sensitivity, if you put it down, you will turn around slower when moving your mouse, and sensitivity higher, you will turn around higher. The default setting is 100, and I quite like that setting, so I'm going to keep on there. The difficulty varies the monsters and mobs that will occur during the night or daytime. This doesn't include the daytime mobs that are passive, e.g. cows, sheep, pigs, ducks or chickens, whatever they are, and the squid. But it will affect creepers, zombies, skeletons, and spiders. So normal is the default setting again, which things will spawn fairly regularly, and you'll have quite a lot coming after you. The hard is obviously a lot more things. The peaceful is the lowest setting. This is for if you don't want any mobs attacking you whatsoever. So in peaceful you can just roam around at night time without any fear of being blown up by a creeper or shot by a skeleton or whatever. And then obviously easy, you're not going to have a lot of things attacking you, but there are going to be some. So I'm just going to keep mine on normal for now. Right, we'll move on now to the video settings. Video settings, these are the ones I was saying about in the first episode of the tutorials, where I was saying that you can change some of the settings to make you lag less. Now the graphics I'm keeping on fast just because it obviously will prevent lag. You can keep it on fancy so the blocks will look slightly nicer, but it's not too much of a worry for me, so I'm going to keep it on fast. The render distance is what I was saying about last time with the fog. You've got 4 settings with this. You have short, tiny, far, and normal. There you go. The far is where there's no fog. Short is where you can only see very, very close to you. But I keep mine on normal because it means I can see quite a lot. However, have reduced lag as the far. The smooth lighting is again pretty much similar to graphics. It will just make the blocks look a bit nicer, from what I've seen anyway. There might be another, if there is any other use of this, let me know in the comment and I'll edit this a bit. But again, it's kind of a bit of a, just a nicety if you have it on, but prevent lag if you have it off. So performance, max FPS, that's fairly self-explanatory as I was saying before. Max frames per second, so that is going to be the least lag out of the lot. The performance really is only any difference between settings if you're on a laptop, because the other settings are balanced and power saver. These are very similar to settings that you will actually have on a laptop's control panel. So I'm on the desktop, so I'm really not fussed about that either. So I'm going to have balanced. I'm going to have max FPS to try and reduce the lag by loads. 3D analytic. Graph. I don't even know what that word is. Anaglyph? Here we go. So this is if you've got a pair of 3D glasses. Apparently, you can put it in 3D. I haven't tried this myself at all. I don't, I've lost my pair of 3D glasses from the cinema, but I don't know if specific glasses. Again, as with the smooth lighting, if you know more about this, give me a shout and I'll put another bit on this. But as far as I know, most general pair of 3D glasses will work for this, but I've never tried it personally. View bobbing. Okay, this is when you're playing Minecraft, you will walk around, obviously. If you've got view bobbing on, while walking, your camera will bob around. It looks more like you're walking normally. However, with it off, you will just walk straight, just as I was walking in the first one, where your camera won't move, it will just move forward and backwards, side to side. It kind of annoys me sometimes when it's on, so it's easier to see things when it's off. but you know, it's all down to personal preference, this one, I believe. Okay, the Grease scale is about these big blocks. I keep saying big blocks, don't I? No. Okay, Grease scale, yeah, as I was saying, Grease scale, auto. This is, say, your actual Minecraft screen itself. When it's bigger or smaller, the actual, these blocks that you're with the options on will be bigger or smaller depending on the size of the screen. However, you can click on this, put it on small. These will be the smallest settings, so if you've got your screen really small as well, they will go to this on auto. But this will keep on small the whole time. I mean, look, if you go to done, that will be the normal screen. So obviously that's going to be a bit strenuous on the eyes if you keep it on that. So when playing on a big screen, so put it up to normal. This is the second highest bit. It's a bit like font really, this. And then large. So obviously as my screen's quite large at the moment, it's large. I'm going to keep it on auto just in case I want to alter the size of my screen at any point. Now the advanced OpenGL is just like the OpenGL on any other game. You can put it on or off. Personally, I don't find any difference between the two, so I'm just going to keep it off. I don't really care. Okay, mainly the most important thing is controls. I didn't go over this last episode because I knew I'd put it in here. Now, these are the default settings of Minecraft that I've just learned to live with. As I said, here you go, the fog I've already explained before, that's your render distance. You can just hit that and you'll go through the render distance settings. The inventory, as I've shown you before, is the E button. Sneak, this makes you crouch, and crouching has multiple effects on when you're playing. It will, first of all, make you walk slower. It will make your character crouch quite physically, so if you're playing online, you will actually look like you're crouching. And also, if you're walking over an edge and holding this shift button while sneaking, or whatever you want to call it, you won't actually fall off the edge as long as you're holding the shift. So it's very good if you're doing precarious tasks. And then the main controls, obviously forward, backwards, left and right, are the W, S, D and A. The same controls you would use on quite a lot of other online games. You can change these for whatever you want, but I've learned to live with these, as I say. So there you go. The jump is the space button. So personally, when I'm playing Minecraft, between these forward and backwards, I will have my fingers, my middle finger on the W, forefinger on the D, ring finger on the A, and then my thumb on the jump button, and then just interchange between my middle finger between the W and the S. I don't know if that's any necessary help, but it's a fairly simple way of doing it, and you can get access to all the buttons really easily. The drop would be the drop item. So if you have an item in your hand while playing, you can hit the Q button, and the block of the item that I showed you when you hit stuff, the block will just be thrown out and it will drop on the floor. This is very useful for when you're playing multiplayer. It means that you can exchange items between people quite easily. You can just throw it at them and then they can pick it up and you can give them the items. Also, the chat will only work in multiplayer unless you have certain mods, but I won't delve into that. So the chat, you press T and then it comes up with a little bar at the bottom which you can type in. If you want an example of this, just go and look at any sort of online game. I mean, for example, Blue Zephos. If you don't know about them, you're watching this video, I suggest you go check them out. They're one of the biggest Minecraft people around. But when they're playing, for instance, you'll come along and they will have a chat bar at the bottom, which they'll read out. This is the kind of thing that you do. You'll hit this T to type, and then you type in whatever you want and press enter, and then it will come up to whoever else is on your server. So, that I believe is all the controls. There you go. I'll quickly go over the mods and texture packs as well. You can download mods and texture packs. There's multiple other guides on mods and texture packs and how to download them and how to install them. I've just got the Painterly pack and the Yogs box. The Yogs box is obviously Blue Zephos again. But I tend to keep it on default if I'm just playing normally. It helps people and myself. I know what things look like on all three, but the default will be nice, and I don't mind the default. It's quite a nice texture pack anyway, but that will be explained in any tutorial you watch, so I'll leave it there. The multiplayer this is the server I was playing on with Gengar90 in his video. It's a fairly huge server, if you know it, but my general one is not that. I have a few other servers which I use, but I tend to keep those quiet. There things that are access only. So, well, anyway, I hope that's helped you in explaining all these options. I'm Damien Smith, aka Shadedgamer. Peace off.